Hi everyone. Today we are going to learn how to create a VPC in AWS. First, we will see what exactly is the VPC and why we need VPC. And what is the use of VPC actually? So, VPC is nothing but one of the core service from the service which is provided from the AWS. So, VPC nothing but a virtual private cloud. So, this is enables you to uh, use your own isolated resources within the AWS cloud. It's nothing like a traditional data center. How you are going to create a data center in your company, the same way we are going to create our own network in the cloud. So by using this VPC only, we are going to able to launch our instances in the cloud. So instance nothing but a servers. By using the EC2 service, you are going to launch in AWS cloud. So because of with the use of VPC. So VPC is nothing but a virtual private cloud. Now we will see that how to set up a VPC. So if you guys concentrated here on to learn about VPC, so at least you guys will understand the basic infrastructure, how they're in real time, how they're following it. Let's start. I just already came to VPC. How we have to come to VPCs? Simply here search by the name of VPC, or else you can see here in the networking and connectivity. So I already in the VPC console. Now what I'm doing is I click on the start wizard, VPC wizard. Here AWS is providing four types of VPCs. Here VPC is providing a four kinds of different VPC configurations here. So based on your requirement, you can create which you want to create. So like VPC with single public subnet only, or VPC with public and private subnets, and VPC with public and private subnets along with the hardware VPN. So this all depends upon your scenario. So like in your based on your scenario, you are going to create it. But this is the easiest way to create a VPC, but behind what is happening you won't be able to know it. So that's why what I will suggest is what I will teach in this video is, so let's go back to manual configuration, how we can create VPC. That I'm going to show right now. Okay, so you can go with this way also guys, start VPC wizard, but here I'm preferring to go with this way. Let's go here, create VPC. Okay, just give the name of the VPC, what you want to tag it, like tag name here, tag name, nothing but a name which you want to prefer. So the name which I'm giving is here, I can give as a DevOps VPC. So here you can give the company your company name here. Okay, and here it is AWS is giving flexibility to you to choose the IP address here, but in traditional environments you have option to choose the IP address here, but here we have flexibility to choose IP address because actually here AWS is giving it's using a CIDR, classless inter-domain routing. So here you can choose what are the IP you want. So here what this listing is here is 10.0.16 is for the minimum VPC. So here yeah, I'm just for now I'm giving the IP addresses 10.0.0/16. So you guys should aware of that why we are giving a /16 after the IP address. So this is nothing but a, so these two IP addresses will be constant, and the two rest of two these things will be going to be changed. So this 16 nothing but a, these two bits will be, these two digits will be going to be constant, and these two digits going to be you can give the one number whatever you want. If you're keeping 16, if you are keeping 16 /24, it's nothing but a, these three digits will be going to be constant, and the left one out one this zero is going to be changed. So this is all because of the IP configuration. How we are doing it is, so that actually IP address is having each bit is a 8-bit in the sense. Let me show you guys. Suppose my IP address, this is my IP address, right? So behind how IP addresses operate is, so this is the way IP address is going to be allocated actually. So for each digit, it's having a 8 bit of data, 8 bit of digits. So the same way, so we are going to allocate the IP address. But in general case, actually, what kind of IP addresses we have is class A, class B, class C, class D. So these are the IP addresses we have, but we are not using those things. We don't need to be worried about the IP address what you are allocating here, like what class you belongs to and all. You don't need to be thinking about that. So here, simply concentrate on what IP address you want to give. You can give that. So here, if you have any doubts on what part you are doing, just click on here. I symbol is there, right? Just click, move the cursor over there, and you can see what is the IP address you can give, and all. They will suggest you how you can create. This is one of the easiest way with the AWS. And comes to next, IPv6 CI is there, right? So IPv6 IP address, mostly currently we are not using it. So most of them, it's been developed in 19th itself, but still we are going with only IPv4 addresses only. So IPv6 is a 128-bit address, but here comes to IPv4. This is a 32-bit address. See here, tenancy I'm giving only default only. I don't want any dedicated tenancy. Just click on S. So this is not the step. It's your VPC is not at over. We have to do many configurations. Before that, let me show that actually what you're going to do right now. So first, we created the VPC. It's nothing but a one network to your organization. In that, we will be need multiple of subnets. So subnet nothing but so we will be need different subnets, like in a public subnet or private subnet. Okay, so public subnet nothing but the IP is going to be exposed to the public, so that is a public subnet, and the IP which is not going to be public to the accessible with the public, so there is a private subnet. So for every organization, so they need two IP addresses, two subnets. That is, one is public and another one is a private. So first we are going to create the public subnet and private subnet. Let me quickly go and create the subnets. Click on the subnets here. Here you can see default subnets have been created by AWS. If you want to use it, you can use it, because earlier these options is not there, but now they are providing this option to choose their VPC without worrying about creating networks and all. But for now, we don't want to create choose this default networks. We are going to create our own subnet. Now I'm just creating a public subnet. Naming convention is a very important thing here, and when you are creating anything, it should be identical, because here we can see only few things out there, but when it comes to real scenario, if you are having a little cloud, many number of servers, it will be difficult to identify it. Okay, so availability zone. So here in this particular region, North Virginia region, I have this many availability zones are there. You can choose whichever you want. I'm choosing it. So next, again we have to give the subnet IP address for the subnet. So what IP have address given? 10.0.0.0. Now what I'm giving is 1.0/24. So I'm keeping this as 3 is a constant, and I'm rest 0. So here up to 0 to 255 machines I can connect. Let's see, we will go ahead and we will understand it. So for now, just remember it. Now I'm going to create a private subnet. So on here we have to attach that which VPC this subnet belongs to. Okay, so my VPC is DevOps VPC. I'm just connecting it. So first I have selected one region. Now select another region for providing a high availability. 10.0.2.0/24. So what I'm telling is, first that subnet private public subnet I am keeping 10.0.1.0 in the sense 10.0.1.0, right? So here nothing but we can connect from 0 to 255 machines. When it comes to private subnet 10.0.2.0, we can connect up to 255 machines. 255. Okay, now if something, when you're creating instance, how IP address is going to be allocated is, 10.0.1 dot. It will take any it will take from any number of digits from 0 to 255. It could be anything, 25 something. It will be creating like this when you're creating a host. Let's go ahead and create the VPC. Okay, so far what we did, we just created one VPC, and after that we created two subnets. One is private and another one is a public subnet. So let me go and see the diagram which I have written. So first we created VPC, and after that we created subnets. And next, before creating a route tables, what I will suggest is create one IGW. So IGW nothing but it's an internet gateway. So if you have attached that without that IGW, so your network won't be able to communicate with the outside world. So you are making a connection from your network to the outside world with the help of IGW. Just simply don't go anywhere. Create an IGW. Just click on IGW and create a IGW. I'm keeping just DevOps IGW. Naming convention is a very important thing while you're creating, keeping your names and all. So it's state it is showing as detached here because actually we haven't attached to any VPC. So we are on a internet gateway console, and I just created one IGW and I'm attaching to VPC. Attached to VPC. So here it is showing only one VPC because actually, so another VPC has already been assigned by another IGW. The default which is created by the AWS. Now I'm just attaching it. This is done. So far we have created VPC and subnets and IGW. Now I'm just going to create a route tables. So route tables, it's deciding that so which IP address can reach your host and which how we are going to communicate with the outside world. That we are going to decide in a route table. So far we created VPCs and subnets and IGW, but we have not allocated the route tables here. Let's create the route tables. You will understand it. I'm just telling that this is the DevOps public. Public route table, and it is attaching to DevOps VPC. We are attaching these route tables to VPC. Let's create. So let me create another route table. So that is for private. DevOps private RT. I have created two routing tables. Let me go to public routing table and just click on here. You can see here summary. This is the routing table and it is attached to this VPC and comes to routes here, and just click on the edit. Just we can just click on this routing tables, edit it. It's already showing it here, the IP address, VPC IP address. I'm just adding another route here. What I'm telling is 0.0.0.0/0. So IGW. It's nothing but what I'm telling is here 00. So any IP address. For suppose if you are using a laptop, it is having internet connection, so it is will be having one IP address. So what we are telling is any kind of IP address from anywhere in the world, it could be starting from any kind of IP address, it can reach from through IGW to my subnet. So we are telling here that is the thing. Just click on save here. So I'm just explaining once again. You have to be clear on this routing tables. Just click on edit and add here 000/IGW. So what I told you, IGW, it is helping us to be reach our network to internet. So what we are telling in the IP here with this help of routing tables, any kind of IP address can reach my subnet with the help of IGW. Okay. So if I keep here like something 10.25. something 02 sorry 192.168.10.15 by 24. So particular this host only can able to reach my subnet. So rest other things won't be able to reach my host. So because here this is I'm going to assign this routing table to the public subnet. So anyone can any user can able to reach my host. So that's why I'm just saving it. Subnet association. Go to subnet association. Here for which subnet I want to attach this is. Sorry. Click on edit. This routing table I am going to attach to public subnet and save it. And comes to next. Next is the private subnet. So for this private subnet, we don't need to attach any route tables because uh, no one should reach to my private subnet because we are going to use this for only for private purpose. No other people can able to reach my host. So create on subnets. So click on subnets, and I'm just telling that this belongs to private subnet. So that's it, guys. I think I hope so. We mostly done with creating VPC. So I'm just recalling it once again what we created so far. We just created first VPC, and after that we created public subnet and private subnet, and after that we just created the IZW internet gateway that this is helping us to connect to the outside world internet. And routing tables, we created two routing tables, one is public and private, and I just edited the routing table with the keeping all zeros IP address, and that I attached to my public subnet, and rest is private subnet. Now another thing, one more thing, what you have to do is go to subnets, and I created only one subnet, sorry. Go to public subnet, modify auto SN pub. Just enable this. If you couldn't enable this, IP address will not be auto. You're just assigning it auto IP address. That's it. I close it. Now just go and create the instance now. We've done everything. We have successfully created the VPC. Now we have to where we can use the VPC and how we can use the VPC. Now I'm going to show it now. Click on running instances. Nothing is there. Sorry. Launch instance. So choose the AMI which you want, whichever the AMI you want. And this is the open free account, right? That's why I can able to create only free tier eligible. I want the 3 instances. So here your VPC network comes to network. So whichever the VPC you created, it's a DevOps VPC. And next, what are how many subnets are showing here? 2 subnets, private subnet, public subnet. Now I want the public IP address instances, public subnet. So these things currently it's not required. For these things, I will follow my YouTube link. You will get it. Next, add storage, and I have added storage. I'm just giving a tag name. It's RAM, and configure security group. Security group is one kind of set of firewall. Okay, so you have to choose here what kind of ports can able to reach your host. So SSH is a common thing which should need it to reach your host. HTTP is a common when if you are launching an HTTP website, it should be needed. Click on launch. So as you know, guys, AWS is gonna keep passwordless authentication. It's mainly working on key pairs. Create a new pair. Just download the key pair and launch instance. Go to view instances. See here pending state is there currently. Yeah, our instance has been created successfully. Yes, see here. So public IP address as assigned. I wanna be a billionaire. And command C. So this is your VPC and this is your subnet. Yeah, finally we done. So we just created the VPC, and with the help of VPC we have created our instances. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching the video.